William Zepeda stops Mercito Gesta in 6, but I want to know what's next.
Push the weight and now flex. Flex the livest one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out. Full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I wanted to wait a couple of days, or a few days actually, to give my assessment on this fight that happened over the weekend. Shout out to both men, William Zepeda and Mercito Gesta. When I first heard of Mercito Gesta, it was a few years ago. This was back when I guess you want to say he was a spring chicken in the world of boxing. I first heard of him because, of course, he's from the Philippines, and when Manny Pacquiao was at the top of his game, this fellow was mentioned, and it seemed like he had it. He definitely had a audience that was salivating to cheer for him. And I remember this was also back Adrian Broner fought Marco, and Mercito Gesta, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, he may have fought on a Pacquiao undercard. I mean, I haven't looked it up, but y'all let me know. I might be wrong on that. Remember, guys, I don't know everything. But I do remember an audience, because I wasn't doing content back then. I was just watching boxing content on YouTube, and YouTube was a little bit different back then. And I remember some guy made a girl or whatever, some person made a video, said Adrian Broner's afraid of Mercito Gesta. I said, And it was obvious that this was before Floyd and Manny was even close to fighting in the ring. I think we were still up to we may have been still up to Marquez versus Pacquiao 2 or possibly 3. I don't remember. But I do remember Mercito Gesta. And I'm like, wow, they're trying to get behind this guy. And, he's a decent fighter. And at that time, I said, well, I think the rules apply to Gesta as they apply to Manny Pacquiao in reference to Floyd Mayweather. I didn't see that this guy, I just thought that everything that he would do, Adrian Broner had the talent enough to counter what he was bringing at that time. But I was like, if they wanted to fight that and build it, if they made the Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight at that time, it would have been dope as Adrian Broner versus Mercito Gesta on the undercard. That's just something that would have been, cool to watch. You know what I mean? But listen, he had nothing to do with what fans do, and that's a lot of fighters. Sometimes fans they really take it too far. But I don't want to get into all of that. What this video is about is he fought William Zepeda, and it didn't work out for him. I mean, from the opening bell, Zepeda he was really trying to take Gesta's head off, man. He was on him, man. He was on him like a cheap suit, man. He was all over him. And what was it, round 5 or 6? I think, no, sorry, it was the 6th round. It was the 6th round. Gesta's corner just said, yo, stop this. Gesta had nothing for him. What does he do next? I have no idea. But salute to him. I'm glad he got out, fine. I'm glad he's okay. But really, 135 is a very interesting place. I'm looking at right now as we speak all fall sanctioning bodies. Now, what's happening is Devin Haney is going up to 140 to test his mettle against Regis. Very dangerous both men. You know, I have it as a 50-50 fight. You know, Regis has a lot of strength. I think Devin will be stronger at 140 because he won't be drained to 135. And maybe he'll be stronger. You know, we'll see. You know, that's a damn good fight. But 135, right now, the WBC has labeled Devin Haney champion in recess, and the WBA, I see Gervonta Davis about to get that email. More on that when I feel like talking about it, possibly on my live stream. But I'm looking at the WBA, and I see William Zepeda at number 2, and right ahead of him at number 1 is Isaac Cruz. Now, Devin is going up to fight Regis Prograis. You know, Tank is Tank. Flirting with this Isaac because he's number 1. Now, is there sex appeal in Isaac Cruz versus Devin Haney? I don't know. I know I use that term, but that's old school, y'all. Get your mind out the gutter. Don't nobody want to see that, to be honest with you. Davis outboxed him with one hand. If he has 2 hands, I think he puts Isaac Cruz to sleep. But the thing is, they're trying to see if there's dollar signs behind that. And I just simply don't want to see it again. But Zepeda's right there at number 2. Now, here's the thing. Number 3 is Frank Martin sitting there. He almost had a Shakur Stevenson date. And we all know what happened with that. I don't want to get too deep into that. But you see Vasily Lomachenko sitting there at number 4. And this is the WBA, y'all. He's a name. He's a name. And Vasily's just looking for something to do right now. Now, does he try and jump the line? Does Floyd say, oh, look, man, Loma, this is his last fight, be pretty pissed off? Let me point something out. Because I don't like how Loma moved with that franchise status, but you never heard me say he was trash in the ring. All right. When he lost to Teofimo Lopez, he said he had a shoulder injury. And I didn't believe him. Then he got in the ring with who's the Japanese Takehiyama, whatever. I'm sorry I'm butchering his name. I'm not being funny. I'm not being disrespectful. But y'all know who I'm talking about. This is the guy that gave Teofimo Lopez a headache. And I said, man, I don't like Vasily. He might be just angry. And he just want to get some get back. Well, he did. And he beat dude like a drum. And I said, you know what? Maybe he was hurt during the Lopez fight. But Lopez went to 140. And Vasily said, I can't make 140. Although he told Shakur no. When Shakur challenged him, I got Haney problems. But no, you don't, Vasily. Because Haney's at 140 and you said you couldn't go there. More on that when I feel like talking about it. But what I'm saying is at 135, William Zepeda is at number 2. Now, Tank and Floyd, I'm going to say Floyd, they have options. If there's no public demand, if they're telling you there's going to be public outrage for Tank versus Isaac Cruz, Zepeda just won. Do you want to do a Zepeda fight? Do you want to holler at Frank Martin since he ain't got no work? Or do you want to just go down and grab Vasily Lomachenko and see what happens? Or are you going to just act like he's not there? Because Tank fans, y'all do know that he ducked Vasily Lomachenko a few years ago, right? That happened, y'all. That happened. It happened. Keep it honest. And this is just the WBA that we're talking about here. Okay? So Zepeda's at number 2 in the WBA. What's next for him? I don't know. Now I'm looking at the WBC. Zepeda's at number 5. Who's ahead of him? Isaac Cruz. Hey, man. I'd like to see Zepeda versus Cruz. They're gonna be fighting in the phone booth, man. I'd like to see that. What's up with that? Edwin De Los Santos is at number 6 in the WBC. He's facing Shakur. All right. Back to the WBA. Okay, maybe Frank Martin could get that Davis work, but you know, word on the street is Davis, you know, he don't fight people that, you know, of the same ethnicity. I mean, what's the difference between him doing that and not saying it out loud and Canelo saying it out loud and literally not doing it? What's the difference? Oh my God. Whoa! Go! Hey, you do the math. Is Zepeda in a good position? Yeah. He is. Ranked number 5 in the WBC, ranked number 2 in the WBA, ranked number 1 in the IBF, ranked 7 in the WBA. There's one. So what's next for Zepeda? I don't know, man. I have no idea. A good win for him. But watching y'all, and I don't know what these guys are doing next. I have no idea. But y'all let me know what y'all want to see, man. Bronx on deck. Move!